This is a story, guys, of how I almost died eating a cherry. It was about, I'd say, maybe 6 or 7 years ago, maybe 8. I was at one of those church. I was at one of those church Christmas program things. I did that a lot. Our family was pretty heavily involved with our church, even to today. And um, we were doing one of those with church program things. I always dreaded the church carnival. Not carnival. Why do I keep saying carnival? I want to say carnival. Um, but no, I said program, church Christmas program. All right. I always dreaded it because I hate getting up in front of people and talking. Hold on. I always hate getting up in front of people and talking. I just really don't like it. I get big stage fright. So it kind of ruined the mood of Christmas until it was over for me. And then I got really excited about Christmas because there's all those presents and stuff. I'm really excited. Even to today, I like it. But anyway, the Christmas program used to be a lot better than it is now. It used to be ran at night. At our church. It's now ran during service, one of the services during the day near Christmas. It was like, so this takes place on about, I'd say, a Wednesday, about 2 weeks before Christmas. Between 6 to 8 years ago. Um, it was after the program was already done, and we were in the gym slash reception hall as a gym, but they used it for a lot of other things besides a gym. Still do to this day. It's one of the most used rooms in the entire church, next to like the sanctuary. Pretty amazing what they can do in there, with it being a gym. But anyway, we were in there eating hors d'oeuvres, celebrating um, the end of the church program. I remember my parents, my brother, and my grandparents were there. Um, we were eating. I remember I had this cupcake. And this involves this cupcake that I had. It was a small cupcake. Like the small, maybe 1 to 2 bite cupcakes that they make. They're pretty good. And it was Christmas themed. It was a decorate. It had the frosting was shaped like a Christmas tree, and it had a bunch of decorations on it. It looked really good, so I decided to grab one. And I sat down and I go to eat the cupcake. And now all I remember about like the people were sitting at the table. The only where I know was sitting at the table is my grandma. She was sitting to my right. Oh, that's left. Right, right thing, that way, that way, to that way of me. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, she was sitting to the right of me. And I took a bite into the cupcake. This was back when I was in that phase of just eating the frosting first and then eating the cake part. Um, which I don't do anymore. But it made sense. I mean, the frosting, like the cupcake, was about this high. It's a pretty tall cupcake because the frosting was about. That's a really hard. That's a really bad. Okay, cupcake was about this high. Frosting was about 3/4 of that. It was a tall frosting label because it was a Christmas tree. But anyway, so I take a bite into it and I feel something hard, and I don't know what it is. Now my normal instincts would say, okay, back off of the bite here. Let's see what it is, and let's investigate it and see if we want to go through with eating this food item. But my 8 to 10 year old brain at the time didn't process that, and I went straight for the overkill and I ate a cherry whole. Okay, there was a cherry. That was the hard thing. There was a whole cherry inside the frosting of the cupcake. Whoever made the cup, if you made those cupcakes and you're watching this video, why did you do that? Why did you think it was a good idea to hide a cherry in the middle of the frosting? Because that doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? One, it's hidden, so you can't even tell. Two, there was no warning that there was a cherry in there. Okay, could have at least notified that there was going to be cherries in there. Okay. Because my 8 to 10-year-old brain is the same as my 16-year-old brain, and is like, fruit equals bad. Get this out of the system before it affects us now. And I immediately gagged up the cherry into a napkin that my grandma, who was sitting to my right, provided for me. And that's how I know she was sitting to my right, because she helped me figure that out and stuff. But why? Why was there a cherry in the cupcake? I don't like cherries. I have never eaten. That's the only time in my 16 years of existence that I've eaten a cherry. All right, I don't like bananas, especially don't like peaches. Don't like. Well, I do like apples. And I do like grapes, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, all that berry crap. All right, I do not like it. Grapes or apples. Sometimes oranges. Not all the time, but sometimes oranges. All right, those are the only kinds of fruits I'll eat. I don't like pie because of the filling. They're fruit filling. I don't like cupcakes that don't have cream filling in them. And it still traumatizes me to this day because I went on with eating the rest of that cupcake, but I didn't know that there might be like blueberries or like hand grenades inside the cake part of the cupcake. Alright, I didn't know there was going to be a second cherry or anything. Alright, it made me even more traumatized when I watched a guy eat that same cupcake, same kind of cupcake. Not the same cupcake. Same kind of cupcake whole. Not even, probably not even knowing that there was a cherry inside the cupcake. Like, what is your reaction? What if I had eaten the whole thing, like I would have in my current form today? Well, how would have I overreacted? I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't have overreacted because I'm a little bit, better at that. But that is traumatizing, man. Like, it was horrible. I did not like it, and that's the sole reason why I do not like cherries to this day. Is because cupcakes and cherries do not mix. Take that to the bank.